I have a favorite pasuk in the Torah. I know that there's halachic discussion about whether we're allowed to stand for only certain parts of Kriyas HaTorah, as Yashir, Aseret HaDibros, the pasuk before Chazak, Chazak, V'nis Chazek at the end of each one of the Svarim. And therefore, some have adopted the custom just to stand for Kriyas HaTorah, period, so as to not indicate that they're giving more significance to these parts of the Torah. But I don't think that my favorite pasuk is in contradiction to this idea. I'm not trying to say that my favorite pasuk is more divine than other parts of the Torah, but this is a pasuk that I try to identify with, that I strive a little bit harder to try to fulfill, that when I wake up in the morning, I say, this is the goal that I am shooting for. My favorite pasuk is a pasuk in Parsha Shemos. If I need an indication from Hashem whether this was a good idea or not, I was Shabbos in Krakow a number of years ago, and there were a number of dignitaries in the crowd, and yet, despite all the chief rabbis of Poland and of Krakow and of Vienna being in the crowd, they gave me the Aliyah of Revi'i that Shabbos. Everybody was looking, why is Lebowitz getting the Aliyah of Revi'i? I knew, between me and Hashem, he was kind of winking at me. Yeah, it's a good idea. I know that this Aliyah is your favorite pasuk, you should get this Aliyah. I have another favorite pasuk, and that comes in one of the recent Kriyas HaTorah, Parshas Eikev, the first pasuk in the Aliyah of Chamishi. V'ata Yisrael mo Hashem Elokecha sh'ro me'imach. That pasuk speaks to me because the mission is clear. What is Hashem asking us to do? He's asking us to fear Him and to follow all His ways and to love Him and to do Avodas Hashem with all our hearts and all our souls. That pasuk is one of my favorites. The Gemara says, mo Hashem Elokecha sh'ro me'imach. Is it milsa zutra sahi? Is it such an easy thing to have Yiras Shamayim and Avas Hashem with all our heart and all our soul? It's not such an easy thing. So why does the pasuk phrase it as Ma Hashem Elokecha Shoel Meimach, as if it's not a big deal? So the Gemara gives an answer, Eitzel Moshe. For Moshe, it's not a big deal. I think that there's a yesod, a fundamental principle for Avodas Hashem that comes out of this pasuk as well. Because the pasuk starts V'ata Yisrael, and it seems that those words are extra. Why say V'ata Yisrael? Just get to the point. Ma Hashem Elokecha Shoel Meimach. But maybe V'ata Yisrael is the key to how we could serve Hashem with all our heart and all our soul. Because if we consider, I have to daven with kavanah every day, 3 times a day, for the rest of my life. I have to learn Torah without bittul Torah every moment for the rest of my life. I have to keep Shabbos with the chumras for the rest of my life. I have to watch what I say, watch what I think, watch what I do every moment of my life for the rest of my life. That is a huge task. That is a very weighty burden. And sometimes when we're faced with a very weighty burden, so sometimes we just give up right away and we're like, forget it, I can't do any of this. But Hashem is telling us, V'ata Yisrael mo Hashem Elokecha shoel me'imach, that if we viewed life as V'ata Yisrael, just right now, can I love Hashem with all my heart and all my soul just for 1 second? Not worry about what's going to happen about Shachris next week, just the next Shachris, the next Mincha, the next Mariv, the next Chavrusa, the next Seder, one at a time. Can I focus on that? Can I take a moment right now and stop and close my eyes and try to commit to following Hashem's ways in the best way that I can? Ve'ata Yisrael. Can I focus just on the right now? Of course, Ve'ata Yisrael. Our life is a continuum of all the moments of Ata. However, if we approach the next davening, this is the only one I have to worry about. The next learning, this is the only one I have to worry about. Let me try my hardest right now to excel in the avoda for this second. So then, you know what? Wait a second. 1 second? One task? Okay, it's still a big deal. But Ma Hashem Elokecha shoel meimach. Maybe perhaps that's not the biggest of deals. Maybe that is doable. Maybe I can accomplish that. Our focus in Avodas Hashem, our perspective should be V'ata Yisrael. If we have V'ata Yisrael, so then Ma Hashem Elokecha shoel meimach. Then yes, what's Hashem asking us to do? Just 1 moment at a time. This moment can I commit to Hashem. Hashem should help us be able to grab this perspective and to be able to have Yiras Shamayim, Avas Hashem, to go in all His ways with all our hearts and all His souls.